Yes friends, let's continue with CA Foundation RTP May 2026 एग्जाम्स नज़दीक आ रहे हैं। मेरी सीरीज कंटिन्यू हो रही है आरटीपी सॉल्विंग करने की। आज मैं आपके लिए लाया हूँ फाइनल अकाउंट्स एंड अकाउंटिंग फ्रॉम इनकम्प्लीट रिकॉर्ड्स के आरटीपी के सम्स। आप चैप्टर वाइज चैप्टर रिवाइज करते जाइए और एक एक सम आरटीपी का भी देखते जाइए। हाँ, और एक सजेशन फ्रेंड्स, आपको कोई भी डाउट्स हो, आपको कोई भी चीज़ अच्छी लगी हो, आपकी कोई रिक्वायरमेंट हो, चैट बॉक्स या कमेंट बॉक्स में जरूर डाल दीजिए। आई ट्राई टू रिप्लाई टू दैट सेम थिंग्स वेरी फास्ट। दैट्स इट, लेट्स स्टार्ट विथ फाइनल अकाउंट्स from the following schedule of balance is extracted from the books of Mr. Manas. So we are Mr. Manas prepared trading and profit and loss account for the year 31st March 2026 and balance sheet on that date after making necessary adjustments. So trading P&L balance sheet बनाना है with adjustments. Okay, let's start classifying. Capital liability stock on 1/4/2025. Trading debit, cash in and asset, cash in bank asset. Investment at 9% as on 1/4/2025. Asset. This will have an hidden adjustment. Deposit at the rate 20% on 1st October 2025. Asset. This will have an hidden adjustment. दोनों पे आउटस्टैंडिंग इंटरेस्ट मिल सकता है. Drawings. Dash from capital. Purchases. Trading debit. Sales, trading credit, return inwards, trading credit or less from sales, we can say sales return है. Return outwards, trading debit or less from purchases, we can say. I will have a tick mark on purchase and sales because we have a purchase return and sales return with us. Carriage inward, trading debit, rent P&L debit, salaries P&L debit, sundry asset, creditors liability, bank loan liability. We have a hidden adjustment that मतलब हम लोग को 12% इंटरेस्ट पे करना होगा। 1 अक्टूबर को लोन लिया गया है। ईयर एंडिंग इज 31st March 2026. So 6 months outstanding interest we are supposed to pay. Here we have further trial balance. Furniture as on 1st April 2025. This is opening balance of furniture. So this asset. Interest paid P&L debit, interest received P&L credit, advertisement P&L debit, printing and stationery P&L debit, electricity charges P&L debit, discount allowed P&L debit, discount received P&L credit, bad debts P&L debit. This will be old bad debts. General expense P&L debit, motor car expense P&L debit, insurance premium P&L debit, traveling expense P&L debit, and postage and courier P&L debit. So such a big trial balance classified. Now there are some adjustments. We will see 5 and I think 6 adjustments. Let's go one by one. Value of stock on 31st March 2026 is 7,65,000. Can I say guys, ये closing stock है. This will go to trading credit, asset. This includes goods written by customers. Means this closing stock includes goods written by customers on 31st March 2026 to the value of 25,000, for which no entry has been passed in the books of accounts. Guys, very carefully. Closing stock is 7,65,000. This includes goods written by customers. Goods written by customers. Can I say जो भी कस्टमर्स गुड रिटर्न करते हैं वो मेरे क्लोजिंग स्टॉक ही होते हैं. बट दिस एंट्री हैज नॉट बीन पास. मींस जो गुड्स रिटर्न है ना उसकी एंट्री नहीं पास की है. कहना था दिस इज अनरिकॉर्डेड सेल्स रिटर्न. गाइस वन मोर टाइम, क्लोजिंग स्टॉक इज गिवन एंड दैट इंक्लूड्स गुड्स वर्थ 25,000 रिटर्न बाय कस्टमर्स. पर मेरी बात सुनो, जो भी कस्टमर्स गुड रिटर्न करते हैं दैट इज माय स्टॉक ओनली. बट दीस पीपल आर सेइंग दैट दे हैव नॉट पास्ड एनी एंट्री फॉर द गुड्स रिटर्न बाय कस्टमर्स. So can I say this is unrecorded sales return? So this is less from sales. This is less from debtors. Sales will have a tick mark. Debtors will have one more tick mark. Sales here. Debtors tick mark. Now purchase include one furniture purchase on 1st Jan 2026. So my purchases include one furniture purchase. So this is a wrong entry done by the accountant. Purchases include purchase of goods. So purchase के अंदर furniture घुस गया. तो can I say less from purchase and add to furniture? So purchase will have a tick mark and furniture will have one tick mark. Okay, let's go ahead. And we are supposed to charge depreciation at that 10% per annum. So less from asset and P&L debit. But guys, furniture, please take care. The furniture which you have in the trial balance, on that I will charge 12 months depreciation because it is lying with me on the first day of that. मतलब मेरे पास शुरुआत से. लेकिन जो फर्नीचर मैंने परचेस किया 2026 1st Jan 2026 for 10,000. Now this furniture which I purchased on 1st Jan 2026, it is eligible for depreciation only for 3 months, Jan, Feb, March. So this will be for 3 months. So opening furniture will have 12 months depreciation and the furniture which is purchased will have 3 months depreciation. 1 month rent is outstanding. Okay, 1 month rent is outstanding. So we have a rent adjustment coming. Rent here. 1 month rent is outstanding. This is 66,000. So 1 month is outstanding. So guys, we prepare final account for 12 months. Out of that 1 month rent is not paid. So 11 months rent is paid. So 66,000 divided by 11, I'll get 6,000 per month. So this is my outstanding amount. 6,000 per month is my outstanding amount. 6,000 per month is my outstanding amount. Is this clear, guys? Okay, so this will be add to expense and liability. This will be add to expense and liability. Now, insurance premium includes 18,000 paid towards proprietor's life insurance policy. Now, wow, insurance premium के अंदर proprietor का खुद का personal policy का premium घुस गया. So can I say this personal expense included in business expense? So less from premium and less from capital. So less from insurance premium. Yeah. Interest paid include 9,000 paid against bank loan. Now interest paid indicates that 9,000 amount we have paid towards bank loan interest, and interest received pertains to investment and deposits. So guys, here there are two adjustments. One is interest paid on loan and other is interest received on investments and deposits. Okay, so this we will do one by one. Interest paid includes 9,000 paid against bank loans. We have interest paid here. Yes, total is 12,500. So interest is 12,500. Yes. Out of that, bank loan interest, how much? 9,000. So remaining is other interest, that is 3,500. Yes or no? Now, what is the amount of bank loan given in the question? 2 lakh, 12%. Guys, 2 lakh into 12% into 6 by 12. So 2 lakh into 12% is 24,000. 24,000 half is 12,000. 2 lakh 12% is 24. 24 half is 12,000. So total interest payable is 12,000. Out of that already paid how much? 9,000. So what is the outstanding amount? 3,000. So this comes to 12,000. So this is add to interest and add to bank loan. Add to interest and add to bank loan. Now, this was bank loan adjustment. Now, and interest received pertains to investments and deposits. Now, interest received. How much interest received is given? Let's check here. 28,500. I have a tick mark on that. This includes investments and deposits. Now, how much investments I have? 50,000, 9%, and we have deposits 3 lakh at the rate 20%. Now, investments were made on 1st April and deposits were made on 1st October. So I write all details. These were made on 1st April. This was made on 1st October. Now, 50,000 9%. 5 nines are 45. So this interest comes to 4,500 for full 12 months. Now, this 3 lakh into 20%, that is 10% is 30, 20% 60,000. 3 lakh 20% 60,000. But since it is made on 1st October, so this will be straight 30,000 interest. Now, so interest received in belongs to investments and deposits. So this is totally received. So 28,500 out of that 4,500 it is belonging to investments. 28,500 total interest is out of that 4,500 belongs to investments. So 28 minus 4 is 24. Total interest received is 28,500. Out of that 4,500 belongs to investment. So balance interest is 24,000 and we are supposed to receive 30,000. So can I say 6,000 interest is outstanding? I repeat, total interest received in the trial balance is 28,500. Out of that interest belonging to investments, मतलब investments का interest कितना है? 4,500. So 28,500 minus 4,500, 24,000 we have received, but we are supposed to receive how much? 30,000. So what is the outstanding amount? 6,000. That we will add to deposits and add to interest. I hope it is very clear. Now, next point, provide for interest payable on bank loan, that we have already provided here. Interest provided on bank loan and interest receivable on investment deposit, that also we have provided. Make provision for doubtful debt at 2.5% on debtors. So this is less from debtors and P&L debit. Debtors will have one more tick mark. Here it is. So these are all adjustments which we have discussed. Now let's see one posting of each and every item. That's it. Let's check fast. Capital will go to liability 885. Capital. Here it is. One second. We'll zoom this. Let's see all solutions. They have done it. Postings and all. Capital 885. Then opening stock it was 386. Yes. Next. Cash in hand. Cash at bank 18,500 and 73,500. 18,500 and 73,500. Here it is. Okay. Investments 50,000. Now investments will not have any tick mark because whatever interest was receivable, it is already received, guys. Here the working I've done for interest received on investments. Total interest is 28,500. Out of that, interest which is belonging to investment is 4,500. So total received. So no adjustment on investments. So investments in the asset side, deposits also in the asset side. 3 lakh and 50. Sorry, 50,000 and 3 lakh. 50,000. Here it is, and 3 lakh, and on deposit 6,000 interest was receivable, so 6,000 here, and interest received also we will have an addition. Interest received, see this was 28,500 plus 6,000 receivable, so this comes to 34,500. So I've covered that adjustment simultaneously. Drawings less from capital 78,000, and then purchases. Here 78,000 purchases, we have 24 like 95,000. Yes. Sales 2986. Yes. Then we have return inward 1 lakh 10 and return outward 138. 110 return inward. This is bifurcated into two types. 1 lakh 10. And here how much? 1 lakh 38. Okay. Carriage inward 126. Then rent 66,000. Add outstanding 6. So we have 72, and this will go to liability also, outstanding rent. 1 month rent was outstanding, so 6,000 was outstanding. Salary is 1 lakh 15. Next, sundry debtors 235. Let's check sundry debtors, and we have two tick marks on that. Sundry debtors 235. We have there we have not shown working their backside. So this is 235. We have how many tick marks on sundry debtors? Two tick marks. Let's check what are the adjustments. First adjustment, goods written by customers but not entered in the books of accounts. So less from sales, less from debtors. How much? 25,000. Less returns 25,000. So this comes to 2,10,000. Then we have RDD. How much percent RDD they have told? 2.5%. So let's take 2.5%. 2,10,000, 2.5%. 2,10,000 into 2.5%. 5250. So minus 2,10,000. 204,750. This is what we got debtors. Here it is. And this will go to P&L debit 5250 RDD. And sales return 25,000. Less from sales, less from data. So this comes to total and this comes to outer column. So this is done. Next, where we were, yes, debtors and sundry creditors 137,500 on the liability. Then bank loan 2 lakh, on that interest we have done here working. Here, yes, Bank loan 2 lakh 12%, 6 by 12. Total interest payable on bank loan 12,000. Out of that, we have already paid interest on loan 9,000. So balance 3,000 is outstanding. Here we have, so interest on loan 12,500 plus 3,000, 15,500. So basically, total interest was 12,500. On that outstanding interest 3,000, and this will go to liability 3,000. Done. So this is done. This side, furniture 25,000. On that, we have purchased one furniture of rupees 10,000. Furniture 25, 10, 35. Now on 25, full 12 months depreciation. So what was the rate of depreciation? 10%. So 2,500 on 25,000, and 10,000, 10%, 10,000, 10%, that is 1,000 into 3 divided by 12, 250. So total comes to 2750, and outer column comes to 32, 250. Done. And this will go to P&L debit 2750 depreciation here. Next, interest paid 12,500, that's done, plus 3,000 outstanding interest on loan. Interest is 28,500. We have done the working. Interest is 28,500. Out of that, investments interest already received. So on deposits, we were supposed to receive 30,000, but we have received only 24. So balance is receivable. I'll tell you where. Here, interest received on the P&L credit side. Here 34,500. So basically, interest received 28,500. On that outstanding 6,000 will give me 34,500. Done. Next, advertisement, printing and stationery, electricity charges. Printing and stationery, electric, all P&L debit. Next, discount allowed and discount received, debit and credit. Discount allowed and discount received, P&L debit, P&L credit. Okay. Next, bad debts and general expense. Bad debts will go to P&L debit. We'll have the formula. Yes. Next, general expense, motor car expense, insurance premium. Here, general expense, insurance premium here. In this insurance premium, personal premium was included, so less from insurance premium and less from capital. Okay. Next, traveling expense and postage and courier. We have here traveling and postage and courier. Now, first adjustment is closing stock, that goes to trading credit and asset. Trading credit and asset. Here, trading credit and balance sheet asset. Stock. Now, first adjustment is entirely over. One is closing stock and goods returned by customers, which is include not entered in the books of accounts. So less from sales, less from debtors. Purchases include purchase of furniture, so less from purchases. So these purchases are over, and furniture we have already done. Please check. Yes, we have done. So second adjustment also done. Rent is outstanding and proprietor's insurance premium also done. Interest paid, interest is also done, and RDD also done. Let's check all amounts whether we have completed or not. We'll check whether we have a tick marks or not. So on the trading account, we can see all items are tick mark. So this will come as a GP. The GP will be brought down. In the P&L, we have all tick marks on the debit as well as the credit side. Here, yes. So we'll have a net profit of this much. And then in the balance sheet, we'll add this net profit and take the capital into the outer column. So we have all tick marks in the balance sheet also. So this is final account of sole proprietor. A nice question. This is similar to, guys, module practical question 1. Same adjustments are there in that. Almost all adjustments are same, only the figures have changed. I hope you have understood this sum very properly. I have gone through the entire items one by one in detail so that you can understand each and everything. Now let's go to the next part of this RTP, that is accounting from incomplete records. Yeah, we'll do NPO later on. First, accounting from incomplete records. Now, Roshan Washing House is owned by Roshan. So one washing house is owned by Roshan. He keeps his book on single entry and provides the following information. So guys, this is 1st January 2025. This is 31st December 2025. So this is, can I say this is this is opening or previous year? And can we say this is closing or current year? Yes or no, guys? Yes or no, guys? Yeah, I'll make the screen a little bit. Okay. Now, furniture fittings, opening 50, closing 60. This will go to asset. And guys, there might be one purchase of furniture. had furniture खरीदा होगा. Stock of raw material. This is opening stock. This will go to trading debit. This will go to trading credit, comma asset. Sundry debtors शायद account खोलेगा. We might open an account. Sundry creditors we might open account, शायद account खुलेगा. Prepaid expenses, previous year prepaid nil, current year prepaid less from expense and asset. Outstanding expense, previous year only one effect, that is less from expense, and current year minimum two effects, add to expense and liability. Cash in hand, this is opening cash, this is closing cash, शायद account खुलेगा. Receipt from debtors, entry कैश अकाउंट डेबिट टू डेटर्स, शायद कैश खुलेगा शायद डेटर्स खुलेगा. पेमेंट टू क्रेडिटर्स, क्रेडिटर्स अकाउंट डेबिट टू कैश, शायद क्रेडिटर्स खुलेगा शायद कैश खुलेगा. ये शायद शायद क्या बोल रहा हूँ, I'll confirm at the end whether I'll open debtors account, creditors account, cash account for finding out some missing information. Cartage, this is cartage to cash, this will go to trading debit. Drawings to cash less from capital. Sundry expense to cash, P&L debit. Furniture purchase, furniture account debit to cash, शायद कैश खुलेगा. In all these situations, cartage, drawings and everything, शायद कैश खुलेगा. Furniture will have a tick mark because opening furniture 50, closing 60. So this is sure that it is purchased 10,000. Next, that's it. Prepare trading P&L and balance sheet for the year ended 31st December 2025 after providing bad debts at 10%. So there is a 10% provision which we are supposed to create on debtors. 10% RDD less from debtors, P&L debit, less from debtors, P&L debit. There was considerable amount of cash sales. मतलब क्वेश्चन क्लियर बता रहा है कि there is some amount of cash sales which is not given in the problem. Now guys, I'll discuss one by one. So we'll prepare trading P&L and balance sheet. Over and above that, opening balance sheet needs to be prepared because opening capital is not given. And let's talk about debtors and creditors. See now, whether to prepare debtors account or not, we will confirm. See guys, opening is given, closing is given. So no need to prepare debtors because opening, closing is given. Now let's evaluate further. Means first information is given, opening दिया है, closing दिया है. Difference comes on debit side of debtors. क्या बोलो? Difference comes on debit side of debtors. It is credit sales. Question में credit sales missing है. So debtors account will be opened. If difference comes on the credit side, it is collection from debtors. Collection note, it is given collection from debtors. So till now only one reason, that is credit sales not given. Difference comes on okay, opening is given, closing is given. Credit sales is not given, so we'll open an account. Difference comes on credit side, collection from debtors is given. So remaining all things are given, credit sales is not given, so we'll open debtors account. Because bill transactions are not there, so I'm not evaluating bill receivable, drawn, bill honored, dishonored, and everything. Okay, creditors. Opening balance is there, creditors, yes. Opening is there, closing is nil. Nil means zero balance at the end of it. Difference comes on debit side. It is payment to creditors. Payment to creditors is also given, yes. So till now not no all information is available. Opening is given, closing is nil. Opening is given, closing is nil. Payment to creditors is given. Credit purchase is not given, so we'll open creditors account also. So we'll open debtors, creditors. We'll prepare opening balance sheet. We'll prepare trading P&L balance sheet. So I'll repeat. We'll prepare trading P&L closing balance sheet. We'll prepare opening balance sheet to find out the opening capital. We'll prepare debtors account to find out the figure of credit sales. We'll prepare creditors account to find out the figure of credit purchase. And now, least but not the least or important or the most important part of the cash account. Now let's see whether cash will be opened or not. Cash opening balance is given, yes. Closing is also given, fine. Difference comes on debit side. It is either cash sales or collection from debtors. Guys, collection from debtors is given, but cash sales is missing. So we'll open cash account to find out the figure of cash sales. Difference comes on credit side. It is payment to creditors, that is also given here. Expenses are also given 1, 2, 3 for all this. So cash account also will be opened to find out the figure of cash sales. Now let's see whether Institute has prepared all these things. I repeat: trading account, P&L account, balance sheet, opening balance sheet, debtors, creditors, and cash account. Here it is. Here. So this is question number 11 in front of you. This is trading account. This is P&L account. This is balance sheet, closing one, and this is opening balance sheet, and this is debtors account. And this might be creditors account, and this is cash bank account. So guys, everything which I told and whatever reasons I told, I'll prove it. Let's check one by one. Okay, let me clear this. Let me clear this and this also. This is the solution in front of you. Now, guys, as those who have learned from me, they know what are the steps to solve the problem of a single entry or accounting from an incomplete records. Step number one, classify opening balance sheet. Means if opening balance sheet is prepared and given, then opening balance sheet one effect. But if we are supposed to prepare opening balance sheet, अगर हमको opening balance sheet बनानी है, तो opening balance sheet will have two effects. Second step, receipts and payment account. Classify receipts and payment account. Receipt payment will have one effect, and the third step is adjustments. So, guys, we'll start with preparation of opening balance sheet because opening balance sheet is not given, and since opening balance sheet is not given, opening balances, this means this one which I am saying, these people will have how many effects? Two effects. Let's start. Furniture, opening balance sheet asset side and closing balance sheet asset side. Let's see. Furniture. Yes, my furniture. Here, where? Here. 50,000 in the inner column I will write. They have written directly, guys. Here in the closing balance sheet and in the opening balance sheet 50,000. Guys, next. Opening stock of raw material. This will go in the opening balance sheet asset side and trading debit. Trading debit. Guys, they have not written here 2 also. See. Very bad. Next. Okay, opening data. Opening balance sheet asset side and in the account. Opening balance sheet asset side and in the account. Opening balance sheet asset side and in the account. Where is the data's account? To balance brought down. Fine. Next. Sundry creditors. Opening balance sheet liability side and in the account. Opening balance sheet liability side. Opening balance sheet liability side. Yes. And in the account by balance brought down. Here it is. Next. Prepaid expense. Opening prepaid expense are not there, so nothing to do with that. Outstanding expense. Opening balance sheet liabilities at 6,000. Opening balance sheet liability at 6,000. And where we'll adjust with the expenses. When the expenses come for recording in the P&L, जब हम expense P&L में लिखने जाएंगे तभी outstanding prepaid को plus minus करेंगे. Cash in and opening balance sheet asset side. And in the account, to balance brought down. Here it is. Fine. So why I am giving two effects for the opening balance sheet? Because we have not given opening balance sheet. We are supposed to prepare opening balance sheet. हमको बनानी है opening balance sheet. So step number one is over. Preparation of opening balance sheet and posting from opening balance sheet to respective accounts. Now second step, receipt and payment account. These are my receipts and payment account. Receipt from debtors. Cash bank account debit to debtors. So cash bank account debit side 210 and debtors account credit side. Here is my debtors 210. Yes, done. Then it is, I think, payment to creditors. Creditors account debit to cash bank. Creditors. Here, creditors account debit to cash. And in the cash account, credit side. Next, cartage. Cartage to cash. So cartage will go in the trading debit account. Cash account credit side. Cartage. Here. Next, drawings. Drawings to cash. So capital में से minus करेंगे drawings को. I think 1,20,000. Yes. And in the cash account credit side. Here it is. Next, after drawings, sundry expenses, 1,60,000, sundry expense to cash. So in the cash account credit side and in the P&L debit, now we'll adjust that outstanding prepaid everything. So we have sundry expenses 1,60,000 and let's take that outstanding prepaid. This is previous year outstanding, previous year only one effect. It is not current year's expense, so less from expense. And 10,000 add to expense. So previous year outstanding minus current year outstanding add, and current year, don't forget, it has minimum two effects. This 10,000 will go to closing balance sheet liability here. Next, sundry expenses, furniture purchase. So furniture account debit to cash. So we'll add to furniture. Add purchase 10,000. Total कितना आएगा? 60,000 in the cash account credit side. Buy furniture 10,000. Next, that's it. We have to provide RDD 10%. Now adjustments, third step. So add 10% RDD less from debtors. Where is my debtors? Here. 70,000 and how much debtors? 1 second. Closing debtors here. So guys, step number one. Wait. Before we proceed, step number one, preparation of opening balance sheet we have done. We have posted from opening balance sheet to respective accounts also. Second step, receipt payment done. This black arrow I have done. Okay. Third step, adjustment. Adjustments means current year items. So we'll start from furniture. Furniture 60,000. I've written 50 plus 10 60 and in the outer column. Stock of raw material, trading credit and asset. Trading credit 10,000 and in the asset side. Stock. 10,000. Next, sundry debtors. Closing balance sheet asset side and in the account 70,000 and in the account by balance carried down. And on debtors 10% RDD they have told 70,000, 10%, 7,000 and 63 outer column, and this RDD will go to P&L debit 7,000. Okay, let's go step by step. Sundry creditors closing balance nil. So in the creditors account, to balance carried down nil, and in the closing balance sheet also creditors no need to write, it is nil balance. Next, prepaid expenses. No previous year prepaid expense, but current year prepaid expense. Less from expense and asset. Less from expense and asset. Less from expense. Here it is. So this is the outer column and closing balance sheet asset side prepaid expense 2,000. Okay guys, done. Then outstanding we have done. Cash in hand. First we will go in the account. Buy balance carried down. Yes, here, and closing balance sheet asset side. Closing balance sheet asset side. Done. Okay, that's it. I think adjustments are also done. Let's see whether we have done all tick marks. First, we'll check opening balance sheet. Yes, we have got all things. This is opening capital. This will go to opening balance sheet liability, closing balance sheet liability side. Sorry, from the opening balance sheet, it will go to closing balance sheet liability side. Let's check data. Opening is there, closing is there, collection is there. So credit sales is missing. So this will go to trading debit. So I'll tell you, this is account number one we closed. Opening balance sheet. Datas we closed and we found out credit sales 220. Yeah, 220. Now let's go to creditors and find out credit purchase as we discussed. Number three, we have opening, we don't have closing. Okay, we have opening, we don't have closing. We have done payment to creditors and we'll find out the figure of purchases 80,000 on the trading debit. Okay, so data's opening balance sheet closed, data's closed, creditors closed. Let's close cash bank account number 4. Yes, all tick marks done, and this was open to find out the figure of cash sales. This will go to trading account credit side. Trading account credit side here. All accounts closed. We'll have a GP here. GP will be carried down, and we have an NP here 123, and this net profit will be added to capital, and this balance sheet gets tallied. So this was final account of sole proprietor and accounting from incomplete records. I hope you have understood it properly with a detailed explanation. Thank you. Stay tuned for the next chapter in the next video.